Next is from Don Kekon, and the subject is FTR angry. Hello, K100. I would like to ask you a question about FTR. They had a bit of a reputation to be marked wrestlers who take themselves very seriously, almost too seriously. They even did that infamous interview on the Jim Cornette podcast that they had them referring to the Young Bucks feud as a shoot, and their verdict to their match was going to be a legit fight. With egos like that, how can they be happy about their booking in AEW? I get their book to go up against Sting and Darby soon, but that's just of a desperate move by Tony Khan to have all the names on their poster. Could they be part of the group of wrestlers backstage or alleged to be unhappy with Tony Khan's booking? MJF, Brian Cage, MJF, and Adam Page are rumored to be unhappy also. Okay, I'll say this, bro. Me and Cody have talked about this repeatedly. When the AEW is like the very happy organization, inclusive. Like they check all the boxes. All the fans, all the dirt sheet guys. But bro, when you have this many people on the roster, there's no way you're going to have 100% happiness. You're going to have, because there's not a lot of TV time to be allocated, and guys are going to be upset about not getting TV time. And a lot of guys have legitimate gripes about not getting TV time when we're watching a show and Cesar Bonini is like on like 4 out of 5 weeks in a row. And these guys are like sitting home doing nothing because they haven't. Bro, it's funny. It's like, this is like, sounds like the thing is like creative has nothing for you right now. And if creative has nothing for you right now when you're this talented, that's on the creative, that's not on you. And there's a lot of guys in the show that are not being used correctly, because the creative does not know how to use them correctly. It's like, the thing is like, I think that their philosophy is, because they're trying to not be like WWE, they don't want to hire as much as these guys. They want the indie guys to get elevated, because that's the fan base, and stuff. But like, dude, it's like as a business model, you want to keep your good workers and great performers happy by having them contribute on the show. And if you're just trying to throw guys on there, like the Nightmare Family and some of these factions, to give them time, and bro, I'll just tell you right now, they're not going to get over. You don't have the tools to get them over.
This is what it is. This is exactly what it is. It's almost like when you order too much food, and like you've already eaten it and you have to leave a whole bunch behind.
Right.
He has way too much talent, and I didn't know what the to do with them. And that was the problem we foresaw, because it happened to me in AAA like 15 years ago, and right now I'm in the same position where if I bring on any extra weight, it's gonna disrupt the locker room harmony. Yeah,
because you got guys that are in good positions now, and you lessen their positions by bringing guys in, and people are not going. The wrestlers, bro, are always want to be on an upward trajectory. You always want to advance on the card. You don't want to just be happy to be like, you don't want to go advance and then like you brought back down. Then you're wondering like, okay, what do they think of me? What's going on? Why am I'm hot? Why And that's legitimate things that go on through wrestlers' minds. So like, that's the thing. It's like. Bro, Tony needs to suck it up and say, look, some of these guys don't need to be on the show.
Exactly. 1,000%. That is a problem. And the other thing is, he said that MJF wasn't happy with his booking. Why wouldn't he be? He gets more TV than just about anybody there and never has to hardly wrestle.
Well, I think that the question is with MJF is that he beat Jericho 3 straight times. Never got elevated into he wasn't in the top of the card. He wasn't even ranked. And he had 1 loss. Like, if you look at the rankings, they weren't even ranking.
I don't really follow the rankings.
He won 3 straight times. Then they have another match. He loses to Jericho. And now...
Okay, let's be honest for a minute
Let me finish. Now he's in a spot where, like, okay, now we want you to elevate Brian Pillman. And it's like, dude, it's like, as a performer, I don't know if he should be happy in that spot. And then he probably isn't.
Tony's probably telling him, and this is just assumption that, hey, once we get to this next pay-per-view, we're gonna have you come out and face off with Punk or whatever. Like, he knows there's stuff coming for him.
If that does not happen, I would agree that should happen. We talked about this last week. Mm-hmm. This show would be better if Brian Pillman was in an angle with
Team Taz.
Hobbs.
Hobbs, yeah.
And Punk was in an angle with MJF. The quality of the show would be elevated because you'd have a hotter angle at the top of the card. But like,
I do think MJF likes Brian. I think they're friends. I think he wants to help him, but they haven't really helped him in these last 2 weeks because Brian ended up kind of looking like a.
Yeah.